Good morning. Welcome back or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. It's day 7 of Oak. I've been thinking about this thing inside myself, safeguarding my knowing, even to myself, so I embody voices from the outside voices that I've heard or judgments that I've heard or ways or attitudes towards parts of me. And then I take those voices and I internalize those voices. So, if I think, oh, I'm going to go down and hang out with a tree, there's this deep well of insides of me that's like, oh, that would be so awesome. And then there's this other voice that goes, God, God. And it has this other tone of voice to it, which judges me or criticizes me or just doesn't sound very complimentary. Anyways, so honoring my knowing within myself, safeguarding my knowing from the deep, in the deep of me, just in the deep of me, honoring me, feeling safe within myself. It was kind of a revelation that sometimes we were challenged for safety of our opinions in other places, but also within ourselves. So I'm safeguarding my knowing by honoring that and really holding back my inner voices. Anyways, come. We're going to be working with our shoulders and how we move our shoulders. So the microphone might get challenged. I'm going to work to make sure that it doesn't. So come. So come lie on your back. Feel the feel of you. So find your pelvis. Feel your shoulders. Find the back of your body. Feel your feet. Just rock, so I'm rocking. Yeah, so my pelvis and knees, they're kind of rocking from side to side, but my shoulders are not included. My shoulders are just resting on the floor. I do feel the action of my shoulders, but they're not doing anything at the moment. Now, keeping your feet stable, I'm going to reach my arms up towards the ceiling and I'm going to rock my shoulders from side to side. So my arms are up, they're into a steeple, and I'm just rolling my shoulders or rocking my shoulders from left to right. There's that sense of there is floor, it is there, I can feel it. Nice. Drop your arms overhead and just get a sense of that in your body. How does that feel in this moment to reach your arms overhead? Stretch your right leg long. Get a sense of your right leg and how it lengthens. Nice. Bend your right knee. How does it bend? And then lengthen your left leg. Feel how it lengthens. Bend your knee. Drop, keeping your arms overhead. Drop both knees down to the right. Back up to center. And both knees down to the left. And then begin to rock your knees deeply from side to side. Yeah, that notion of safeguarding your own knowing within yourself and honoring the way that you know things. Some people know things because they read the research and they read the book and they do it that way. Some people know things because they feel it. Some people know things because they discuss it with people, they feel it, they read a bit, they formulate something and they construct a knowing within themselves. What's your way of knowing? What's your knowing? You know, as you lie here, as you rock from side to side, how do you know that you are well? Is it something that you feel? Is it something that you do? Is it something you've been told? Come back to center. Squeeze your right knee up onto your chest, hug it in. How do you know that you are well? What's your framework for wellness? And then what's your experience of that knowing? Like, where does it live within you? Nice. Change. Draw your left knee up towards you. Squeeze it in. Nice. So roll over onto your right side. Come up into zigzag. And just feel that. You know, zigzag, both knees pointing towards the right. And then bring your right hand to the floor and wrap your left hand across to hold on to your right shoulder. Nice. And then bring your left hand to your left knee and wrap your right hand across to hold on to your left shoulder. Just change from side to side. Hand down, hand across, hand to your knee, hand to your cross. Hand on the floor, hand to cross, hand on your knee, hand to cross. So for some of you, changing hands is very easy. So this moment here where I change from hand on the floor to hand to knee is easy. For some of you, that's very challenging. So just feel that. Hand to across, and then hand across. And so when you're here, when your right hand is on the floor and your left hand is down, across, and then feel the difference between your left hand being down and your right arm across, and pause there and sit up taller. So we're using the floor, rebound out of the floor. So engage your feet down into the floor, the sides of your feet, your legs, rise through your spine. And to rise through my spine, my left hip, I can't really feel it. Not that I can't feel it. It doesn't have a rebound capacity, whereas my right hip has rebound capacity. So anchor down, rebound into that right hip and find length through your spine. Engaging down to rise upwards. And so the rebound is dependent on a certain level of feedback. You need to push against something for a rebound. The left hip, you can't rebound on the left. Notice that in your body. You can lengthen, but you can't rebound. Nice, all the way down. And then come to the other side, all the way over towards the left side. Come up into your zigzag. Left hand to the floor, wrap your right hand across. Right hand to your knee, wrap your left arm across. So just feel that. Changing from one hand across, one hand across. And again, maybe it's very easy for you to transition from hand on the floor to hand on your knee, or maybe not. Tendency is, very simplistically, often men find it harder to lengthen the side of their waists. So this is almost always harder for men waists. You know what I mean? And then pause, right hand on your knee, left hand to your shoulder, and then just find that sense of length. And again, for me now, in this position, my length is coming from my left hip. So find your feet, your legs, connect them into the floor, find your ground, and then rebound to create length through your spine. So dropping your weight deeply down into your left hip, rise through your spine. Super. Bring your hand to the floor, roll all the way down, pause on the floor. Super. So roll up and just come to sit with your legs long in front of you. Just going to look a little bit at a shoulder arm thing, okay? So reach your arms out forward in front of you. If you want to put something underneath your bum, do. So like a block, a pillow, a book, If you find that you're rounding back or really challenged by the length in your legs, you can also bend your knees if you wish. Preferably lift your bum if you can, okay? So that your legs are long and that you're supported through your spine. Bring both arms forward in front of you. And then wrap. So bring your right arm on top and your left arm across. Touch the sides of your shoulders. Find your heels, your calves, the backs of your thighs, your bum on the floor, and then create length up through your spine. Nice. Release. Bring your arms as wide as they go, back. And then wrap. So bring your left arm in front, on top of the right. Wrap your arms around. I'm not necessarily dropping my elbows all the way down to my chest. I'm keeping them kind of high, straight out from my chest. And then heels, calves, thighs, sit bones, rebound, and then find length through your spine. Really grounding, elongating, rebounding. Nice, release. Arms wide, wrap, right arm on top of the left, and then side bend towards the right, back to center. My elbows are straight out from my chest, my neck, throat, side bend to the left, side bend to the right, side bend to the left. And just travel from side to side, feeling that through your shoulders, your waist, your legs. Nice. Arms wide. Other side. Wrap with your left arm on top. Side bending from side to side. Nice. Reach wide. Wrap, right arm on top. So this time, I'm hoping I don't squishy and sound funny. So round your back, drop your elbows down towards your thighs in that direction. And then rise through your chest. Keep your elbows low as you look up towards the ceiling, leaning back a bit. So rounding, bring your elbows down to your thighs. Rising up, look up towards the ceiling, lifting high. Rounding, looking downwards, elbows go down. Rising, chest rises, looking up. Nice. Change the wrap of your arms, last of these. Swing your arms wide, wrap your other hand on top. I think from the feeling of the coldness in my arms, I think it was the right arm on top. You know me, though, I'm not really sure. Oh, wow. Knowing my knowing on my left and my right's impossible. There is no knowing. So, rounding down, bring your elbows down to your thighs. And then rising and looking up. Quite amazing how there is just no established, learning between left and right. It's like it falls into a pit of something. My left and my right understanding of my body. It's quite phenomenal. So, rising, looking up towards the ceiling. And rounding, looking down. Super. So, come land on the floor. So, we've been sitting for a while, moving our shoulders. Just pause, landing on the floor. Palms are facing the ceiling. Have some space in your legs. And just let your shoulders really sink onto the floor. Nice. So roll over and come to your downward dog. All the way over. Find your downward dog and then pull it back. Connecting in.
Bend your knees a little bit, lengthen through your arms, lengthen through your legs. And then find your feet. Always when I land in a downward dog, I'm like, whoa, dudes, hi. I just feel my feet. I feel my calves. I want to play and engage and just kind of wake them up a little bit more. So feel, how do you bend one knee, lengthen the other, wiggle a little bit? How do you connect and move? And bending your knees, straightening your legs. Bending your knees, straightening your legs. Let's just feel. Maybe lifting up and down on your heels. So, no, up and down on your toes. Up and down your heels is harder in downward dog. Nice. Drop both knees to the floor. Step your right foot forward between your two hands. Rising up. So, pause in an upright position. So, right foot pushes into the floor. Left toes push into the floor. I am finding my ground. If you're feeling very wobbly, then turn the front foot at a 45-degree angle so you have a greater surface area towards the front of your mat, or have your toes pointing forward. I'm going to turn sideways so you see me. So start by reaching your arms forward and then wrap your left arm over the right. Okay? And then drop your right shoulder down and back to center. And then drop your left shoulder down. Center. So you have to really feel your feet as you do this. Rocking your shoulders from side to side. Your feet are engaging and connecting into the floor. Nice. Round your back. Draw your elbows down towards your thigh. And then lift your chest and looking up. Rounding. Draw your elbows down. And then lift. And find feet on the floor. So look to where the wall and the ceiling meet. Your front of your body is lengthening. Your feet are grounded. You're rebounding out of the floor. Your spine is lengthening. Your breath is in your belly. Nice. Great. Both hands to the floor. Push back, downward dog. Find the length of you. Feel the length of you. Nice. Bring your knees to the floor. Step the left foot forward. Pause. So find that front foot. If you want to turn it at a 45-degree angle, you can to have a greater surface area. So that's where you turn your foot slightly in so you're less wobbly. Back foot is stable. You can have your toes tucked under or your toes flat. I think I like my toes tucked under on this side. Reach your arms forward. Bring your right arm on top of the left. Hold on to your shoulders and then side bend. And side bend. And just feel that. How do you maintain your balance while side bending from side to side? How do you create that rebound or the ground beneath you? Nice. Rounding, draw your elbows down. Rising through the chest, looking up. Rounding, elbows down. Last time. And go only halfway. So you're looking to where the wall and the ceiling meet, but your front of your body is really opening and lengthening and your shoulders are drawing backwards. Find your feet. Create connection down by rebounding, sending a sense of an impulse through your body. Find the length of your spine. Breathe into your belly. Super cool. Both hands to the floor. Let's just do a shoulder shrug. So bring your hands to the floor and just squeeze your shoulders forward and backwards. So if you find in the child's pose that your knee is finding the bend of the child's pose difficult, because we're doing it every day, then put a bolster or a pillow between your thighs and the floor, quite a big one. And so therefore when you sit back, your bum is really supported and you can really rest in the supported child's pose. You can put a pillow between your feet and your bum, which also supports. You can just stay high. Don't force your knees. One of those things they do really well with kindness, like all of us. The kinder and more attentive we are to knees, the better it is. Knowing you're knowing. Safeguarding your knowing within yourself and also so years ago I used to do these meditation retreats. You can stay in your child's pose if you wish, or you can lie on the floor. And one of the analogies or one of the stories that they used to tell was, if you had a little tree, that you wouldn't just open the gate and let the cows come in and let the cows trample over your little tree. Instead, you'd put a little fence around the tree until it was big enough to really be established and to be safe. And so, I feel that within myself. It's like how to establish places where I don't judge myself or I don't criticize myself or I allow I'm going to say my wild and wonderful out, and I trust myself and I'm safe with myself to do it. So yes, and I've just been getting the most incredibly beautiful texts from people about oak, about Mancan Magan, about the trees that fell, about the transience of life and change, and how space happens in our lives, and then how we feel about change. It's been like really deep and wonderful. So I really appreciate the contact and the texts, and it's been really sweet. And as always, Sinead, thank you so much for being here. You're awesome. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Ciao.